Hi, Jen.
Hiya.
Hello. Thank you so much for agreeing to do a testimonial. I just
No
wanted
worries.
to kind of give a little bit of an introduction about you, really, before we start, so everybody knows. But we've been friends since uni, so it's been really nice to have you on board doing our online sessions since we've been into lockdown. It's a little bit of a different testimonial this time. Normally, it's kind of members that I've never met before, and obviously I'm helping them through their journey. But for you, obviously being a really good friend, it's just a little bit different. Let's go for it. So before you joined us, kind of before you started doing the sessions with us, tell me a little bit more. I know that you've always been active, kind of, running and things like that, but tell me a little bit more about your health and fitness prior to joining us and how it made you feel.
Yeah, like you say, I've always been active. I used to play basketball, then I started running after I had my two boys, doing the odd triathlon. But since I had my daughter, so that's my number three, I just never managed to get into a routine again with my training. So I was trying to keep running and maybe go on my bike and swim every now and then, but I couldn't get into any sort of routine.
Yeah.
So the last kind of, I don't know, couple of years really, I've struggled to kind of get that, routine of training, and also because the boys are older and they wanted me to take them to clubs and whatever all the time, I just find myself rushing around all the time and struggling to make time for me and fit stuff in for me. And also my diet wasn't like really bad, but I'd think nothing of just getting a grab bag of mini Whisper Bites on a night and almost munching the whole bag,
Yeah.
So I figured that something needed to change. When it got to the start of lockdown, the first couple of weeks I was trying to work, look after the kids, and not fitting much exercise in and still snacking, and that got me to the point where I knew that I needed to do something about it, otherwise I'd come out the other side as big as a house.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think lots of people can relate to that. They've kind of under more stress, obviously homeschooling the kids and trying to juggle work, looking after the kids, everything else, and then trying to find some, like you say, some you time, which is obviously important for your overall health and well-being, not just physically but mentally too. I think it's important. It's good that you've made it a priority for you as well. What was that tipping point that made you join? Just that kind of concern that I don't want to gain all this weight during lockdown?
Kind of that, but also then I got furloughed after a couple of weeks into the lockdown, and I needed something for me. I was just getting up, doing the homeschool thing, just looking after the kids, and we started with PE with Joe on a morning with the kids, which they liked for a while, but it was only 20 minutes, and I was working out with the kids, so you don't get like a full workout. And I just thought, oh, this is a brilliant kind of opportunity, because I know obviously you since uni, and I've always wanted to come and do your classes, but obviously Yinkborough's too far away from where I live, so I've never made it there. And then when you told me that you were doing all your classes online and there was an opportunity there, I just thought, why not? It's going to be the same sort of thing as what Joe Wicks is doing, but better, obviously.
Yeah.
And now I've got the opportunity to do it, and then it just gave me that routine. So I knew that to start with I was just doing 3 classes, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday morning, and I knew what day it was then, but also it just gave me something to focus on for me, apart from just looking after the kids, because I'm not working anymore, well, I'm still on furlough, so
it's giving you that routine, giving you that focus, and by the sound of it, that you time as well, which is super important for you.
It keeps me sane. Exercise is the one thing that keeps me sane. So
quite a few people have used that exact same line during lockdown, and just saying that our online classes have just kept them sane during this time, because there is so much change. It's just helped them, keep into that routine, keep that focus and that commitment as well to themselves and their goals. So since you joined us, what results have you experienced since you joined?
Yes, I think it's maybe 8 or 9 weeks now, something like that. I've lost 12 pounds, which I'm really happy with.
Yeah.
And when I look in the mirror now, I can see the beginnings of like some definition around my stomach,
Yeah.
which after 3 kids I'm pretty pleased with. Um, and I just feel healthier. The exercise is great, and I'm up to 5 sessions a week now, and also then I'm doing the Pilates on catch up, and I'm still going out on my bike, so I'm doing loads of exercise, but it's the food and nutrition as well that's really helped. So I didn't really consider what I was eating that much before, but now I've really upped my protein and just trying new foods and cooking new things. And now I'm lucky that I'm on furlough and I'm at home and I've got more time to think about what foods I'm going to cook, and I've got time to prepare it and stuff, which has been great. So that's really helped. And I think going forward, whatever normal is going to look like in a few months, then that's one thing that I'm going to take forward with me,
Have that make sure that you make time to focus on your nutrition and plan your meals and things like that. And, I said to you as well, didn't I, that just make sure that you've got a plan now, and you can use your plan that you can then adapt and take forward into whatever the new normal might be. Plan for then as well. So what were you going to say?
I was just going to say, and also it's been a real good thing. I mean, we've always exercised, and the kids know we go out for a run or whatever, but for them to wake up and see me doing a class and see you guys on the telly and stuff, I think that's been a really good thing as well for them. So now my eldest wants to go out running with me. Sometimes they'll sit and join in some of the exercises, and as parents I think that's brilliant that we're providing that experience to them and showing them, like, almost role models.
And often with parents as well, they might go out, they might be like, oh, I'm going to go and do my exercise class, or I'm going to go to the gym, or I'm going to go for a run or whatever. But for the kids, they don't really know what that entails, or they might not really understand it. But if they're doing it there in front of you, it's just inspirational for them. And it's for them, they see that leading a healthy, active lifestyle is well, mommy and daddy do that, and it's it's just the norm really, and it inspires them for when they're wanting to be active as well. So no, that's great. And then what would you say, so if you were talking to a friend, or if you were talking to somebody that maybe was in a similar position to you and they were interested in joining us but they just weren't quite sure, what would you say to that person?
Oh, definitely do it. It's made a massive difference to me. I feel happier, healthier, mentally and physically. I love seeing you guys on there, obviously because you're my mate, but also George and Sophia have been brilliant. I've been really impressed with all of them. The thing that I like is the fact that there's a lot of online workouts I could have done just off YouTube, but the fact that I come to the session, I'm committed to attending. Therefore, like this morning, I could have quite easily snoozed, but I got up at 6 to do the session. And then I've got, it was Sophia this morning saying, oh, that's good technique, or maybe get a little lower on your wall sit, etc. And so you feel like you're there with, you're getting that feedback and that coaching, and you're not just doing it in front of your own telly. You might be doing the wrong technique or whatever. So definitely do it, because you've got that feedback, you've got the family. There's all the other events going on. I did that charity event in the start of May, and that was fantastic for me to sample some of the other sessions. I've never done Pilates in my life, and to be honest, I've never really been interested in doing Pilates, but having then sampled it, then I really like it, and I think I can really see the benefits in it. So trying something new, and then you've got all the kind of the group of people and the support online, and there's so many different things. I cooked the paella the other night that I found on one of the cookbooks, Fuel for Fitness. So there's so many different things. It's not purely logging on and doing a session and that's it. There's just so much more added value. So if anyone's not sure about joining up, then I'd really recommend it.
Oh, thanks.
That's okay.
You'd be really proud of yourself, because you've achieved so much in such a short space of time, with all the added pressures of everything else. So I'm proud of you. So
thanks.
Thanks, Jen. Thanks for your time today.
No worries. Thanks, Amy.
Keep up the good work.